I don't care what nobody say. That 4B decenter men movement is dumb. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, y'all sound dumb. Like, for one, regardless what these men voted for, don't nobody have control over your body but you. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're engaged. I don't care what your situation is. If you're not planning for a baby, then you should be on birth control. Period. Like,
Bingo.
and I understand that things happen, but for the most part, things don't be happening to y'all. Y'all just be irresponsible, and y'all don't care about nothing until y'all miserable with a whole bunch of kids. And I also feel like y'all need to
Damn, she taking them to school right now.
stop this decenter men and recruiting other women to be bitter with you because you're mad because you don't get a certain type of treatment from dudes because you date men that don't like you. If you can't get no flowers, if you can't get no chocolate, if you can't get no date, if you can't get a certain type of treatment, that means that you're convenient and he don't like you. You don't have to decenter men. Go find dudes that actually like you, that actually want to give.
Men is actually on your level. Lower your expectations a little bit, because some of y'all, when you compare what you want versus the person that you are, the math ain't mathing at all. Trust me.
You a certain type of treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all sound crazy. Like, and then it's like y'all talking about decenter men. Like, who y'all gonna beg now? Who y'all gonna beg? Like,
What's going on, young black and wealthy family? Y'all welcome back. Today we talking about this 4B movement. We've been seeing liberal women all over social media talking about cutting their hair off. They got this new movement where they're talking about wearing masks, and then we have the 4B movement where they're talking about basically abstaining from men, period. The 4Bs stand for these 4 Korean language words, and those words say no sex, no pregnancy, no dating, and no marriage to men. This is some type of Korean movement that started in 2015 or 2016 per CNN. And they say that it was basically due to some type of inequality. You know, it's always some type of inequality issue, and that's what it comes from. And so I said to myself, like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Let me take a look at this thing. No sex, no dating, no pregnancies, and no marriage. And I said to myself, well, we have an issue in this country with abortion. That's what all of these women are mad about, right? They're mad about the fact that men did not vote for their rights, did not stand up and use their votes to protect their rights, which is basically terminating life packaged as women's rights or termination of pregnancy or reproductive rights. But it's really the opposite of reproducing, because you're terminating the life, right? And to kind of like, she kind of somewhat alluded in this video to, you know, what I'm getting at about women just being irresponsible, just out here kind of sleeping around, having as many kids as they want to, and then going to the United States government and blaming everybody else for their lack of sexual discipline. And basically, these liberal policies, like abortion and all of these so-called anti-poverty programs and policies that they put in place that actually have removed black fathers from the home and said black fathers couldn't be in the home, literally are policies that make people less accountable. And they incentivize failure and more irresponsible behavior. Because if you know you can always run to the government for all of these different programs, child care, public aid, food stamps, you can run a guy through court, then you already know people will continue down that same path, right? And so these particular policies actually make our community, people in our communities, less responsible. And then with abortion, you can absolve yourself from responsibility of what you made, right? And obviously, like I said in a previous video, I support the exemptions. I actually support a woman's right to choose, to be honest with you, even though I'm pro-life. I'm going to let you go ahead and take that up with God. But I definitely 100% support the exemptions: life of the mother, viability of the fetus, sexual assaults, and incest. I'm 100% in agreement with that. Don't have a problem with it. But I watched a video today of a doctor which basically supports what she said in this video. He said, "I done 1,200 abortions. One of them was the R word, grape. We'll call it grape. That's what they say on TikTok." He said 2 were for incest. He said 9 or 10 were due to genetic defects in the fetus. So if you calculate that all together, we've got anywhere from about 13 to 14 set of circumstances with these particular women that would qualify for those exemptions we just talked about. Now you subtract that from 1,200 and tell me what you get. Right? 1,180 something. Right? Is that where we're going to land at? So the majority of women are out here being irresponsible and undisciplined. They want to absolve themselves from responsibility, something that men don't get to do. And they wanted us to support that, even though we don't get to be irresponsible, even though we don't get to absolve ourselves from responsibility of taking care of our children. So I'm saying all of that to say that this whole decentering men, this 4B movement, this abstaining from men could potentially be a good thing, because maybe it will prevent unwanted pregnancies. And remember, this is what you guys are all up in arms about: abortion, these unwanted pregnancies. And so maybe you've come up with your own solution in the 4B movement, abstaining from sex. You're unmarried anyway, right? Abstaining from dating. We should be courting anyway, doing things the way God says we should. And then we could prevent these unwanted pregnancies. And so I think it might not be a bad idea to decenter yourself and maybe focus on you a little while. Because like I said, we don't see conservative women. Conservative women ain't taking part in this crap. Most of them voted the same way that their husbands did. They trust the leadership of their husbands. Right? Unlike these rebellious liberal women who want to be independent and equal, but only when it's beneficial to them. Right? They don't want double standards. They hate double standards, but only when it's double standards that benefit men. And so this 4B movement might be a good thing. We'll have less unwanted pregnancies, which will in turn be less abortions and less failure, less wild children running around the neighborhood, less fatherless homes, right? Less single mother homes, single mother led homes. And so this might be actually something that you guys might want to implement in your life. I highly doubt you will, but we'll see. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm very interested to know what you guys think about this 4B movement. So go down into the comment section. Let's continue the conversation and make yourself heard, make your voice heard, whether you agree or disagree. Love y'all. Don't forget to give the family a hug for me, and I'll see y'all in the next video. God bless.